In this video tutorial, we're going to review demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. So let's see what is a demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective is a word used to point out a person or an object. So it's a word that points out a noun. There are three sets of demonstrative adjectives in Spanish that change to agree in gender and number with the noun that they are pointing out. If we want to say this house or that room, we start by determining where the person or object is in relation to the speaker or the person spoken to. And then determine the gender and number of the noun you wish to point out and make sure you agree in gender and number with the demonstrative adjective you are using. Let's review which ones are the demonstrative adjectives in Spanish. Here we have the three groups of demonstrative adjectives in Spanish. First group, este, esta, estos, estas. We use this group when the items are near the speaker. So I will use this group if I am the person that is pointing out a noun. Let's use the first one using this example. Este marcador es negro. I will use este because marcador is a masculine and singular noun. Agree in gender and number with the demonstrative adjective. If I have two markers, I will use estos marcadores son negros because those markers are masculine and plural. In Spanish, this page means hoja. I will use esta hoja es blanca because it's feminine and singular. If I have two pages, I will use estas hojas son blancas. I use the first group because I am pointing those nouns and the items are close to me. How do we use the second group? When the items are close to the person that I am speaking to. In my example, I will use ese if I am pointing those markers. This mark, the blue one, ese. Ese marcador es azul. Ese agree with the noun marker because it's masculine and singular. If I am pointing two markers, I will use esos marcadores son azules. I will use these demonstrative adjectives that agree in gender and number with the noun that I am pointing. If I have a feminine noun, I will make sure agree in gender and number. I will use esa and esas. I use the second group because those items are close to the person that I'm talking to. To use the third group, I will use aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. When the items are away from the speaker and the person is spoken to. So those nouns are far away from both of us that participate in the conversation. In my example, I'm going to use those markers. To point the one marker, the red one, I will use aquel marcador es rojo. I use this demonstrative adjective that agree in gender and number with the noun marcador. If I want to point both markers, I will use aquellos marcadores son rojos, because I'm going to point both markers. Aquellos marcadores son rojos, because the items are far away from the speaker and the person that is spoken to. The same, if we have a feminine noun, we make sure agree in gender and number with the noun. We use the demonstrative adjectives esto, eso, or aquello when the object has not been identified. In this example, ¿sabes qué es esto? So we use esto because the item is close to the person that is speaking, and the item has not been identified. That's the way we use demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives go before the noun. Let's review demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns take place of the noun. So they replace the noun. Once they replace a noun, they are called demonstrative pronoun, and they are identical in form and meaning to the demonstrative adjectives. Basically, they are the same. The only difference is those demonstrative adjectives, when they replace the noun, they are called demonstrative pronouns. Let's review this example. Este lápiz es tuyo. Este is a demonstrative adjective because it's pointing a noun. Pero ese es mío. This ese is replacing the noun lápiz, so this ese is called demonstrative pronoun because replace a noun. In English is the same. This pencil is yours. This is a demonstrative adjective because it's pointing the noun pencil. But that one is mine. That one replaces the noun, so that one is a demonstrative pronoun. That's the way demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns works in Spanish and English. Gracias.